Again, this is my first book, and it's titled A Quest for the Blueprint of Balance and a Play on Polarities. And I'm describing my book as an historical science nonfiction memoir. And this is the ending. In summation, this entire world's system was an esoteric expression of my various anatomical systems. Nearing the end of this computerized exaggerated world that I exposed to be a lie resulted in a computer virus world that conjured up controlled chaos from scene to scene. My internal world created the external world, and now that I have discovered the truth of this delusional world, the external details of the delusional projectory world now try and control my entire existence. Realizing the truth, I have separated myself from these delusional puppets. Again, I cannot stop repeating myself about how these fake people, quote-unquote humanity, is just a projection. As source, I had to figure out the whole truth to this unknown reasoning for the creation of humanity. I always knew that man was a lie, and the various belief systems did not add up. I am source, and this external sandbox tries to overpower me every 24 hours on a constant basis because it is powerless. The delusion of this fake world is so dangerous, it threatens my very existence because I am the source that makes this world exist. This fake world tries to ritualistically abuse me with repulsions and torment because I have uncovered the truth. I hear the same broken record of noises on a constant basis because I've exposed the delusion of this fake world that is just based on lies. I am the only one whom has a real existence. I represent the moment in which I am always present, and the rest of these fake people holograms have to be older than me or younger, symbolically representing past and future. What this means is there's no real past or future, there's only the present. For this reason, I am the only birth date that truly exists, and all of these fake figurines, also known as people, are just mere timelines that are trying to justify time through fake generations. I am the ventriloquist, and all of these projected people are just dumbed-down dolls that are puppeteered in each scene. Thanks to the dumb box, which are now dumb devices, I got these puppets on a one-dimensional black screen. My 11th house is ruled by Capricorn, and my natal Jupiter is conjunct my lot of fortune. Humanity was just an energy that was personified outward of wishful subconscious thinking. Which brings me to my next point. My natal Venus and Mars reside in my 12th house of the subconscious house ruled by Aquarius. This was all just a subconscious dream that I have woke up from. Humanity does not really exist, and all the dumbed down devices created couldn't even help. The age of Aquarius is actually the beginning and the end of the wet dream known as humanity. There's this Bible song that goes, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, God made the rainbow right. Oh, right. And there's a nursery rhyme that goes, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. This Bible song reads off the colors of the rainbow exactly how the chakra color system colors are in sequence from the root to the crown. Also, the sign Capricorn is symbolic of a pirate/captain and a ship, a clear reflection of the nursery rhyme I just mentioned, representing Jupiter conjunct the lot of fortune, my booty, in the 11th house, ruled by Capricorn. Learning evolutionary astrology has helped me decode the blueprint/map of my astrological natal chart, which is the entire creation of this world. All other occult philosophical systems, such as the following: the tarot, numerology, palmistry, sacred geometry, symbology, and religions, are just more esoteric tools to further decode the story of humanity, which is just a lie. Now my eyes pierce through these projections and this fake world with the raw intensity of the truth. I have progressed in this existence to the point where I have solved this mystery of life. I have now become dormant in a meditative phase. The delusional fake world sandbox tries to destroy me with chaos. I've reached enlightenment, and I am completely stable at peace, knowing that this world was just a platform for me to have an experience to solve. Now the deletion process is occurring, and this delusional sandbox can't stand the fact that I'm at peace, knowing I'm going to transcend from this fake world, equaling this world's demise. I am considered to be Christ's conscience, cross on matter, and all these projected people are the Antichrist because they don't have a real existence. Now at the end of this Bible story, everything is controlled chaos, mimicking a Revelations-type theme that's hardly able to be transferred within this mobile sandbox. The mobile sandbox now suffers with a viral computerized influence that uses a handful of useless sounds that came from a handful of useless/valueless people projection puppets that serve no purpose at all. There's no life or death. The computerized fake world delusion sandbox is trying to haunt me with these puppet voices that are powerless and do not exist. The computerized delusional projections and noise will not admit to the truth because they're just a computerized virus, which is just a powerless lie that will be deleted. I feel completely liberated that this delusional fake world dykehood known as humanity has been popped. The children of the corn on the cobwebs have been popped thanks to the modern day microwave oven, and now the baby has to be thrown out with the bathwater. Because there's the idea of all these projections, which are puppets, they would have endless needs that aren't realistic or sustainable. They would only serve as militant minions that are all corrupted to be used for divide and conquer unrealistic war games. According to simple math, all of these people projections are just a collective booger that dripped from my brain through my nasal passage to be blown out into mid-air, which cancels out the whole idea of humanity, which is just humility in a nutshell. I am vain, and I fell in love with myself. My computerized Garden of Eden would be so much more gratifying without these puppeteered boogers. Now that I've explained the computer virus, which is just people projection puppets that have gone viral, multiplication, I'm now going to discuss weird science, my endocrine system. The glandular functions stimulate the production of liquid secretions that activate within the body and creates magic. The glands are soft tissue, and the secretions can be known as hormones, pheromones, or stimulants that have an aphrodisiac euphoric conditioning effect that broadcast sensations throughout the body. Starting out at the highest, most elevated peak of the anatomical body, the head, encases the pituitary gland that sits on top of the pineal. The pituitary is known as the master gland, and its function was unknown. The endocrine system runs up and down the body, starting at the head and ending at the pelvis region. The gland at the top gets stimulated first, signaling the sequence of glandular secretions from one gland to the next. This is a domino effect that activates the stimulation of one gland to another. The secretions from the glands harmonize the bodily functions, creating a communication system. These glandular secretions are a magical tonic used within the body. The pituitary gland creates serotonin, which gives off a euphoric sensation of bodily balance and awareness. This stimulates the pineal gland, activating the pineal to produce melatonin. The melatonin flows through the body to create a calmness when the body is awake. After the pineal has been stimulated and the melatonin has secreted, the thyroid begins to function, secreting T4, thyroxine, which gets converted to T3, triiodothyronine. The thyroids have para-thyroids that are on the exterior part of the thyroids, para-thyroids in this case meaning 4. They convert the T4s into T3s that direct the mineral deposits such as calcium into the bone matrix. The T3s also regulate the metabolic pressure rate of fluids back and forth from the head to the feet. The flow of blood nourishes all organs, and this creates its own filtration system by pushing the blood through the lymphatic areas, strengthening the immune system. After the thyroid T secretions, it further stimulates the mammalian breast glands that are located behind the areolas of the nipple. These glands produce prolactin and estriol, which is the production of breast milk, high in white blood cells, hence cows have 4 stomachs, and the thyroid creates T4s and have 4 parathyroids. The stimulation of the mammalian glands activate the adrenals to secrete adrenaline for energy. The adrenaline rushes activate the pancreas to create insulin. Insulin is secreted to convert the stored reservation of carbohydrates into reserved energy. Once this process takes place, it activates the testicles/ovaries to produce testosterone or estrogen. And I just want to note that estrogen is also created by the mammalian glands and stored fat within the body. Testosterone and estrogen simultaneously work together to create the human physique. Think of a sperm and an egg as the signature of a frog, and Ted and Tad, the twins, from the soap opera All My Children. Ted representing TED, technology, and Tad representing tadpole, the frog in the well. The creation of witchcraft has made my body into a human love potion. Weird science is only a Frankenstein realization of the wholeness of who I am, source, hidden through the guise of a transsexual phenomenon.